Welcome to Pin to String. Today we are going to string Yonex EZONE. It's a 300 gram racket, 100 square inch. It's one of the popular racket. Most of the players who have tennis elbow, they do use this racket. We are going to string this with head velocity multi-filament. We are going to string this with 52 as a string tension. Let's see how to do it. So the string, single packet of string. So we are going to cut equally half and half for the mains and the cross. Today we are going to string this with the 52 as a string tension. So there are multiple ways to measure the string which you have seen in my other videos. In this video again I can show you how to measure the string. It is applicable for both reel as well as the string packet. So generally the easiest way to measure the string is to take exactly half and half if you buy an entire whole string packet. But in case you are buying a reel, then you need to know how to measure the string. So let me get the string out. So the easiest way is you can measure 8.5 for the mains, 7.5 for the cross. So end to end from the racket from the top of the racket to the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and probably 8 and 3 by 4 until the handle. You have to measure until the handle. So this is for the mains. This will be perfect for the mains. So let me cut this. When you cut it, cut an angle so that it is easy for you to use it. And the rest, if you measure, you will have, if you will have exact, it is a little bit off and half. So you can string and see it. So you can see one is a little bit higher, which is basically your main string. So in this video, we will see how to do the mains, and in the subsequent video, we will see how to do the cross. For the mains, we have to, first thing is important, what are the number of slots that you have in the throat. So this has 3 slots in the throat, so it's better to start from the throat. When you have 4 slots, you can start from the head portion of the racket. This is the softer racket, softer string, so it's better to good control to it. So let's hold the string. This clamp is called a starting clamp. So this is a good one for you to hold the string. So it's a starting clamp. See, generally Yonex EZONE is recommended to go with Hyper G as one of the best string, or you can go with the Yonex, those two polyesters or better strings for this. But in case you have a tennis elbow, or you think you need a light string which will be arm friendly, head velocity multi-filament, Wilson Next, or a couple of good strings that you can try on your. So we start with in this, like we are doing. So it's again a 16 by 19 string pattern. Basically we have 16 mains and 19 crosses. So that's where it's called a 16 by 19. And in this one, when we do because we are doing a 2 string pattern, basically it will be in a half and half. We will start from one side and we will go with the other side. Some may not recommend to do a 2 string pattern, but it is always better to do a 2 string pattern. In case you think the cross got at some point of time, when if you just change the cross, you can definitely change it in this doing the stringing. So you can see, both sides we will be equal string, basically 8 strings at a side, so 3, 6, and we will have 2 more on this side. So since this is an isometric, the important thing is to note the current string which I'm going to do, because after the 6th one, which is when we come to the 7th one, the 7th one will not go exactly from here, from those to the straight line. Instead, we have to leave one spot here and then go to the next one. But here we don't need to leave the spot which we will use spot as the next one. This is an isometric one, so we will be leaving a spot at the bottom but not in the top. Generally when you do a 16 by 19 in other rackets, you will leave one. If you leave one in the bottom, it means you leave one in the top. But in this particular racket, not do that. We will exactly do the same string. Okay. So to again, we'll leave one spot here, but we will not leave the spot here because this is an isometric racket of EZONE. And this happens in very few racket, and EZONE is one of them. So we will leave spot there, but in this string we will leave spot here. So it's a 3, 6, 7th one will have a different. 8th one will leave an equal spot and will go there. So we will have an 8 string at it on each side, and this is the 8th string. So this is a very important step on in EZONE. Especially the EZONE 100 with any of the string pattern that we use it. And here we have the ending knot. So ending knot is also called as Richard Barnell knot. It's very popular. It is the most commonly used knot of when we string that side. So again, when we do the other side, I will show you which string to leave, because that's an important step on an isometric. If you miss that, then you will have a challenge. And again, the another challenge is this is one of the best practice. If you see that if your tip is not sharp and it's flat, it's very hard to get into the side. So it's always better that you tip it in the angle. It's make like a sharp tip angle like this, so it's easy to, so you can count. This is the 4th on this side, basically on the left side of the racket. This will be your 5th one. There will be something to note when you are doing 8th or 7th one, so I'll show to you. This is the 6th one that you see here, and here we have the 7th one. So again, we will leave a spot here, but we will not leave a spot in the head portion of the racket. We'll go with the same one. And here we have the last of this racket. Here we go. Now we are done with the, again, it's a ending knot, Richard Barnell knot. If you want to learn about how to do this knot, I have given a link in the description, which we covered a specific video on doing the knots, starting knot and the ending knot. You can learn from there. Please DM me. I will send you the link and the details if you have any specific questions about the knot. After the knots, let's cut the extras. So here we have done the mains on this racket, and let's quickly do the cross for this racket, as we have already have the strings cut. So let's begin with the cross. Again, it's a 2-string pattern, so you will have 2 ending knots on a 2-string pattern for the mains, and you will have 1 starting knot and 1 ending knot for the cross. And in this, you can see it here. So we are going to start the cross from the head portion of the racket. So basically it's like up and down. Stringing this with the 52 as a string tension, so it's a good one. This racket can have 45 to 60 lbs, but this user has a little bit of looking for an arm-friendly racket, so they are looking to go with 52. This is a starting knot. So starting knot is pretty simple, and you can definitely learn using my link in the description. And again, this is why it's again called as a starting clamp. So we will clamp this in the first place so that it will hold tight. So let's pull the string, and here we are stringing this with a 52 string tension. And now we secure the string. We are good here. Continue string. So I'm going to go multiple cross at a time. It is to save time, and because of experience that I hold to. But if you are a beginner stringer, do one by one. Do not rush for multiple strings at a time. So we leave a good portion of the string here so that it's easy to pull out the strings. I'm just pulling the multiple cross and not keeping up the tight yet. So once I have multiple cross, I will start pulling the string using the machine. Keep 52 as a string tension. But right now I'm just setting up string pattern. There you go. Pull the string. So here we have done enough of the racket. So let's begin another set. So you can see that I'm pulling multiple strings at a time, so that it saves time to do the string and how do you measure. But if you're, as I said, you are a beginner or you are just done a couple of rackets, it's better to do a couple of cross at a time, not many as this, because that will be confusing and sometimes these strings get stuck and we will not be able to pull the strings. So it's better like be cautious on multiple strings at a time. So I'm doing it a little bit slow that you can see how the strings are being made. So if you want to make it faster, do let me know. I can do that a little more faster to save your watch hours. We're almost done here. We have a couple of more crosses left and we're done. So here we have done with the cross. The last string that we are doing here. We are going to tie the knots. Let's find the better ones, and I think this would be the better candidate for it. So here we almost done. So this is an ending knot again, the last knot of the string. Pull it back, and with this we have completed stringing Yonex EZONE with a head multi-filament. We'll see the video. Subscribe to Ping to String.